Well, AAA believes travel will pick up over the summer as more and more states ease restrictions and testing increases, although they believe travelers will opt for domestic travel rather than international. And joining me right now is Deb Metcalf from Travel Agents International, located on Woodruff Road in Greenville. So thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
And we'll start out with South Carolina is nearly fully reopened. People are getting out and about more. What are you guys seeing as far as people booking travel again?
We are getting an uptick. Ever since our governor has reopened the state, we have noticed an uptick on calls, more calls for travel. And most of our clients that do call are looking for travel to the Caribbean, travel across the United States, and also, cruise and international travel. So that is where most of our calls do come in.
And are people booking it this year? Are they waiting to rebook for next year? What are you guys seeing as far as that goes?
Most of our clients that we had booked during this time have rescheduled for if we could get them into their destination before the end of the year. They do want to travel. We have found that people do want to travel. A lot of our people, like if they were going to Alaska, the Alaska season has already started. So they have pretty much canceled Alaska season and rebooked for next year. So it really depends on the destination.
And I'll tell you, I was actually scheduled for a cruise on Carnival back when they started canceling in April. I just got mine rebooked out of Charleston. Are you guys seeing people wanting to get back into the cruise industry? I know the cruises I booked out of Charleston almost fully booked, but mine's in September. I know that's like the first week they start to go out again.
You're right. Yeah. We've had several people that we've obviously had to book, rebook, and sometimes rebook again. But we have found that the people that want to do a cruise, they're going to do a cruise. I've actually booked the same cruise for New Year's Eve. So a lot of people are if they want to do a cruise, they're going to do a cruise.
What about the beach? What are you guys seeing? People wanting to head to the coast? Are you hearing people kind of still reluctant to do that? I know we've seen some pictures over Memorial Day weekend. It seemed like a lot of the beaches were full.
Right. Now, we have had a few calls regarding the beaches of South Carolina and Georgia. Not a lot about North Carolina, and I believe because North Carolina has been a little bit slower opening up. So most of our calls have been like for Charleston, Hilton Head, and even down into the Georgia beaches.
And I know I had a friend this weekend traveling to the airports. It seemed like Charleston, some of those smaller airports weren't as busy, GSP. What are you guys hearing from travelers? What are you hearing from these airports? Are people starting to get back and start to book travel, or are they still pretty leery on that?
No, matter of fact, we have also found that a lot of the airlines, it might be that there might have been maybe 5 or 6 flights going to Atlanta to make connections. There might only be 2 or 3. So they have reduced the number. The airlines are trying to get back, getting the flights full. Let's put it that way. Trying to get that inventory back into everybody getting in gear, traveling again. And then we've also got the international, like you say, the international travel. There might, instead of 5 flights a day, it might be just 1 or a couple a week. So they are looking at their inventory and scheduling appropriately.
And Deborah, I know some people got deals. I know I let my cruise go up to the final minutes, so it's kind of a already paid for in advance. But a lot of people are wanting to see if there are actually deals coming up, that if this, as this starts to open up, COVID-19 restrictions lift. Are you guys seeing some really good deals out there?
Yeah.
What's the reality of travel right now?
Right now, you can get great deals through the end of the year. So if you are wanting to travel and you don't want to do anything locally, please give us a call. I just booked a couple that was actually going to the Caribbean for their honeymoon. And because of the restriction on that particular island for COVID, what they ended up, they couldn't get the test that was required to go to that island. So they decided to fly into Tucson and back out of Vegas. And we found a great deal over the weekend. And the hotels were offering specials. So we actually ended up getting a great package for them.
All right. Well, it's good to hear that people are starting to travel again. At least some of these restrictions are opening up, because I think some people want to just get back to some normalcy.
Well, I believe that, and sometimes somebody might have something in mind, and it might be that that destination is not going to open up for them. But you can. There's so many alternatives. You know, the United States. There's some great destinations in the United States, and there are packages that are available.